I mean, sure, this banging stereo is wonderful and all, but I really miss my turntable, my real one. But it's in dire need of repair. See, what's happened is the spring perches have all completely dissolved. So how the original suspension worked is it had these spring perches that would go around the spring, and they would provide the spring with some vibration protection against the chassis. And this is what the foot would look like. So this is the foot assembly. And they would kind of pop right through here and then secure to the lid. And it would be able to bounce and everything like that, no problem. The problem is the little rubber perches completely dissolved and disintegrated, and this is what they look like now. I only have one good one, and it's falling apart. Oh, it's actually falling apart as I speak. So, because they're made out of rubber, and this turntable, according to the production date, is nearly 30 years old, yeah, it's going to happen. So, I did what any normal, sane person would do. I looked at ways to make my own replacement perches. I mean, the table works great. It sounds great. I mean, it's really a nice sounding unit. And because I swapped in a servo motor in this one, oh, a little bit of backstory. This started out as a belt-driven turntable. And then somebody gave me a broken servo-driven turntable that had parts missing, and it was in kind of bad shape. So I took the two turntables and I swapped out enough components to have one upgraded turntable in mint condition, except for the spring perches. But I had it rigged up so that it was actually holding itself up pretty well for a while, and now that's, well, not going to happen. That's why they're in two different colors. I had a black one, and I got some gray ones. Whatever. So to make my own perches, this is what I came up with. I took actually a still good mouse pad, and I made a little rubber ring for the spring to sit on, or the table to sit on. And with any luck, that's going to solve my problem. So far, it's looking good. I'm going to make 3 more of these, so that way the springs can not pop through the table. This is what they do without that stupid perch. Well, it's not doing it, but there's one spring or two that'll actually pop right through, and maybe it's going to be a different one there. Let's try this one. But the end result is, yeah, there we go, that's what happens. The end result is that the table itself sits below the deck, and it starts to rub against the deck, and that's a very bad thing. We don't like that. Well, we don't play that. So we're going to do something about that. Alright, let's make 3 more of those little perch washer things. And now I have 3 circles. Then we got to punch out the center. And I'm going with the inner diameter of the coil spring, not the outer diameter, because I want it to fit tightly around the spring. So I'm just going to mark that off and cut it out. Okay, I got 4 new perches. There we go. Now I gotta, oh, oops. Hope I didn't ruin my my old stylus here. Well, it's still kind of sharp. Should probably replace that anyway. I think it's kind of worn anyhow. Anyway. You're not supposed to store them like that. But okay, alright. So this is probably going to work. I say probably because I'm being cautiously optimistic as always. Alright, let's put it back. Okay, so get all this stuff plugged back in. Oops. Where does that go? That goes there. And this, of course, it's going to be moved. There we go. cord has to go in the back. Okay. Where did that plug into? There we go. And cover on. Alright, so right now there's nothing holding this plate on. That's what the springs are for, and these little mounts. It's kind of a jury rig repair, but it'll do the job. I think it'll do it better than the old dried out, busted ass spring purchase did anyway. Of course, anything's better than nothing. And this turntable still has plenty of life left in it, so I don't see any point in getting rid of it. If anything, it'll be too tight. I think that's probably the most realistic outcome here. In other words, it'll be so tight that it won't have enough free bounce or float. It won't float enough to be effective. But this thing isn't in a dance hall on the 4th floor of a rickety wooden building, so I don't think we're going to have any real problems there. I hope. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't anticipate any problems, but you never know. Not every one of my experiments has a happy ending. All right. Now we're gonna flip it back right side up. Oh damn! Power cord doohickey is out of whack. Oh well. Really? Oh, it's missing a screw, that's why. Alright, I think I have a screw that'll fit that. There wasn't a screw in it when I took it apart, so. Well, it's... well, it's better than it was. I think it'll be just fine, actually. Let's get it nice and seated. Turntable spins freely. This was a success. Right. One thing that I'm noticing is that this turntable has a little bit of noise at high frequencies. Kind of like a sizzle or a little bit of static. Whether that's because the needle's worn or I have the weight wrong, think it's a little bit of both, actually. I can totally hear it. The needle is worn out. I don't even know how old it is. It could be original. And I don't have another one, so I have to go look for one. The cartridge should be fine. I think the needle is just worn out. And it is replaceable, so... Yeah, this is a really nice turntable compared to what I've got sitting over there. This is way better quality, and with the right cartridge or replacement needle, oh, it'll be so much better. But I'm not going to throw away the or sell the other unit. It's still a nice toy. So, but this has a Pickering V15 cartridge. I think if I just put a new needle on it, it should be fine. But of course, you phonograph nuts will probably know more than I do. Of course, you definitely know more than I do. But it definitely solved my suspension problem. It no longer rubs, and it still has some, as I was shaking the table a little bit, which is not something you want to do on a nice $30 record, but, you know, I'm a dumbass, so I'm well known to be one. So there you have it. It's fixed. So I can go enjoy my black discs again. Can't wait. My round objects of music delight. There you go. And a holy mouse pad.